you listen to podcasts that sound like this? Hey, welcome back to the Super OK Podcast, where our audio sounds mediocre.
Or do you prefer podcasts that sound more like this? Crisp, clear, fun, easy to listen to, and full of awesomeness? Well, then you should check out Spoiler Country, hosted exclusively over at Spoilerverse.com. Before we get into Loki, we should talk about that weird change.
We will. I'm just going to.
WandaVision.
Yeah. That was the first thing I was going to bring up. So we're talking about episode 3 of Loki today, but before we actually get into it, as John just gave us a big fat hint, WandaVision, final episode, for some strange, odd reason, they made a change to it.
Yeah, and a really weird change.
Yeah, Sumner, have you seen this yet? I sent you the.
Well, I have. Once you sent me the link, I looked at it. Yeah, yes, indeed, I looked at it.
You've been in media since Hector was a pup.
That's right, for a very, very long time.
Tell me,
for longer than most people have lived for.
Yeah,
and certainly longer than most people will live for, given we fucked up the world so massively.
Right.
As you know, from your 100-degree plus day in the Pacific Northwest,
so hot, crazy. Yeah, it's get 108, which is going to be a record high for this area. Since I'm sitting here in London complaining because it's 63. It's like fucking.
I will take a 63.
I would take a 63. Man. 63 is nice because you can wear a little light jacket if you want to.
That's right, absolutely right.
If you
got a nice glass of red wine, it feels good.
Still walk outside without a shirt and not be miserable. You'd be like, oh, I'm a little cold, but you'll live. You know what I mean? But 63 is good. 68 to 71 that's my go-to. Yeah. And I like a little bit of cloud cover so the sun, because I'm white as fuck. So I don't need the sun just like beating down on me and making me a lobster man. So
did you be any more Washingtonian in that comment there, man?
No. So Sumner, I gotta ask though, when does this happen? Why do they go back after something that's already been released? It's not a director's cut. It's nothing. They didn't even make an announcement, right? It's obviously been changed. The guy proves it. And then we went back and we visually saw it ourselves on our own Disney Plus stream and saw that little thing. But I can't go back and say, because I don't know what it was a month ago. I don't remember seeing that before.
I mean, the change is really minor and not that interesting. That could be presaging something that's going to happen. But quite often what happens in situations like that is, and I remember there was a film a couple of years ago. I'm trying to think what it was. It wasn't particularly good. And then they update, but it exists within our kind of sphere, the superhero kind of pop culture sphere. Yeah. And they restreamed the effects about 2 days into the release because they're like,
what was that?
You remember this? It wasn't the optimum version of the effects. So they just, because it exists digitally, they just fuck it. Let's send out the proper version. What nearly always happens in situations like this is it's no grand design. It's not the Illuminati like putting things together. Right. It's a fucking mistake, and somebody puts out the incorrect rendered version, and somebody inside is like, "Do you think anybody's going to notice that it's wrong?" Right. And it's like, if we tell everybody it's wrong now, they're going to go ape shit. And somebody's like regional manager, unit manager's gone, "Tell you what, let's not say anything, and then just a couple of months from now, we'll just change it." Nobody will fucking notice, and we'll get away with it. Because otherwise, we've got to go and tell fucking Feige and Esposito and Alonso we're going to get a fucking bollocking. Whereas they won't notice. Let's just change it. Yeah, I'll give you an analogy. Right, years ago, my first 9-to-5 job. I used to write in the evenings, but my first 9-to-5 job was as
candies.
Yeah, as a production manager for a magazine called Nursing Times, right? And
it's called Nursing Times?
Nursing Times. It's one of the two. There are 2 magazines in the UK, weekly magazines for professional nurses, and one's called Nursing Standard, which to this day, my ex-missus still works for. She's the marketing director. Yeah. And one's called Nursing Times. And I was the production manager for Nursing Times. Get this, when I worked on Nursing Times magazine, no word of a lie, it made £17 million a year.
Wow.
17 million pounds a year. And it was all from classified advertising.
It sounds like a magazine that would be on the coffee table inside of the old folks' home.
Yeah, exactly right. Actually, inside in the coffee table of the staff room, were all the nurses and it was a weekly mag, and it was all news issues affecting nursing and the medical industry. But the other thing is that it was pre-internet. It used to have like 140 pages of classified advertising every week, which was like all the different health authorities in the UK advertising nursing jobs. And that was a license to print money. And so one of the things I did as a production manager every week, you'd have to figure out how many pages of classified advertising we had on like a Friday night and then call the issue size accordingly. Yeah. Anyway, the front of the magazine, all the news stuff was on glossy paper. The classified was on newspaper, right? Like, so newsprint at the back, glossy pages for the color editorial stuff, all good. And my point is this. At one point, in an effort to like save some money, my boss, the production director, had bought this kind of really low quality glossy paper, and he'd switched out the glossy paper at the front of the magazine for this inferior version, but he did it without telling anybody, right? And the then managing director, who's no longer with us, kind of comes blasting in one Monday morning going, what exactly the fuck is this? What's happened to the paper? And my boss, he thought he'd done this kind of genius maneuver, like, we are going to change the paper. No one's going to notice. And I'm going to turn around and say, I've just saved us £500,000. You know what I mean? And I'm going to have this halo tilted, and everybody's going to, you're the man. I'm going to get a bonus. It's fucking, I'm going to be the man. And it all went horribly wrong. Within seconds, it's like, what's happened to this paper? We're the quality magazine, and this looks like fucking shit. What's going on? And my boss, right, rather than go, yeah, it was me, Governor, sorry about that, was kind of like, I don't know, I'll find out. Sumner, what's going on? What's going on with this paper? I'm like, but yeah, but he's looking at me like, please, for God's sake, don't say anything. Yeah, so he's going through this whole pantomime. So the boss leaves, and I'm like, that's that. Yeah, I know. It's the new. I know it's the new paper. We're going to have to change it back. We've got a bit of a problem, though. And what's that? We've got like fucking 6 weeks worth of this shit. That's how I had to buy it. I'm like, okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start printing the classified section on this paper. Okay, that's not a bad idea. All right, let's do that. Okay. Next week comes in. Old glossy paper at the front. Now, new glossy paper, shit glossy paper, instead of the newsprint at the back. Issue lands. 10 minutes later, the managing director comes in. What the fuck is happening? I know what you guys have done. You've just taken the shit glossy paper and stuck it at the back. But now the magazine doesn't bulk up properly because we've got 140 pages of classified advertising, 140, and now it feels like 80 because the magazine feels that much smaller. So everybody expecting the feel of what Nursing Times is bang on their desk. You have ruined it. Fucking fix it. And he walks out. So again, it's kind of like something like, and then my boss is like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to change the paper.
Cops, man.
We're going to change it. That's exactly what it's like. We're going to change the paper in the back of the issue, except for the London copies, and we'll keep them like the way they are. So we'll still print them on newsprint, but the rest
the
of the
MD doesn't get the London copies.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because we get the London copies in the office where the office is. So he says, okay, let's say we're printing 150,000 copies a week. So 25,000 copies a week are printed on newsprint. The other 125,000 are printed on this shit glossy stuff, and that's what we did. And we did it for the next 8 weeks, and guess what? Fucking nobody noticed after that. No one noticed. It never came up again. They thought we'd changed it. We hadn't changed it. All around the country, it was just this hybrid nonsense. And that's what I'm sure this is. I'm sure this is just one of those examples of somebody going, let's fucking do this.
But there is something floating over.
Yeah, some weird thing floating.
It's so bad looking. I honestly thought it was a smudge on my laptop monitor, and I started rubbing it, going, what is that? Thinking I could rub it off.
Well, there's no rhyme or reason to what
That's
it's
what it is.
Why. It looks like someone took a little PNG of a guy in a cape, probably Doctor Strange, right? And but the cape's not like floating behind him. It's like they took a little static image of it, changed the opacity down so it's transparent, made it one color like it's black, changed the opacity down so you can see through it, and then just took this little.
It doesn't even change sizes or anything,
right? And it just slides on the screen. It doesn't change sizes with what's going on. It just stays the same size, and then it slowly, as soon as the house comes up, it disappears, like right next to the house. But it's the same. But it's the same damn size. It's like it was such a stupid change.
You're gonna make that change. Marvel fans are fanatic.
Oh yeah,
but
fans are they're gonna notice it.
So true, but it could be that the change is the mistake. You know, it could be that they're totally just fucked up, and it's just not supposed. It could be one of those double bluffs where people go, "Oh fuck, we didn't change it. Shit. Okay, here and then the version they're changing it is the pre-rendered, not the final version. It's going to be some fucking kind of mistake for sure. Because it could be that they've realised they haven't used the color corrected file of the trees. So they've put the color correcting file of the trees, but it's got a previs of someone else still left in it. Because something that I realized, this is another TV show reference. So I'm a big fan of Magnum PI. I'm a particularly big fan of the original one with Selleck, but I quite like the new one. I think the new one's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, the new one's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, isn't it? And it honors the spirit of the Selleck show, but it's good, you know, and the actors are all good.
The lady playing Higgins is awesome.
What's that?
The lady playing Higgins.
Oh, God, she's fucking brilliant. She is brilliant.
I love Selleck as Magnum PI better than the new guy, even the new guy.
Jay Hernandez. But Jay Hernandez is very charming, isn't he?
Yeah, he's very good, and the show is good. But when I go back, and I love Higgins from the original, but she is so good in what she's doing, I almost wish that she was in the original with Selleck.
100%. Purdy to Week, she's a great actress. She's really good. Yeah. They're great. So a while back when I was in Honolulu, and I think I've talked to you guys about this on camera before. One of the things I did was I took one of the island hoppers, which actually in Honolulu are called Magnum helicopters, quite obviously, but the actual helicopter that you see in the TV show, you can fly it around fucking Oahu, awesome. Right? Yeah, and I totally recommend it.
Green one or just the same model and color?
It's like literally the one they use in the show. Yeah. So by the way, it was amazing, but I've got a bit of a fear of heights, Dale, and like you don't realize until you're strapped into a doorless helicopter next to the door and it takes off that, okay, you've got a fucking fairly old, worn-looking seatbelt and your legs hanging out the side of the helicopter and you're flying around all these volcanoes and the guy's showing you the maneuverability of the helicopter. And I was on the one hand remembering all these images while I was looking at them going, this is amazing. I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. B, please, for God's sake, don't let me die, don't let me die, don't let me die. And I was terrified the whole way around, and that was my primary emotion, right? But it was amazing to watch as well. It was amazing to have in my memory, but I couldn't really enjoy it in the moment because I was so fucking scared, right?
Right.
But one of the things that the copter pilot was telling us, when he flew us around the mansion they all live in, Robin Masters' mansion, he was saying, yeah, as he flew around the property, it's on the southern part of Oahu. Goes, yeah, there's Robin's nest from the show. And as you can see, like the color of the roof is different. That's because they color correct it in the show. They've turned it to a different color, but it's exactly the same building. But said the other thing they always do every week is they color correct the whole show. So they always make Hawaii look, irrespective of the season, as green and lush as possible. And it looks amazing without any color correcting. But it's true. When you watch the show, it's like the technicolor version of it, 1950s technicolor version of what it actually looks like. And they color correct it every week. And this pilot, who obviously does a lot of the filming, he was like, oh, yeah, they color correct TV shows all the time. You're never looking at the real version of what something looks like. You're looking at the idealized version of it. And it's so true. It's absolutely right. And so this could be one of those moments where, because in that new version, the trees look much greener, don't they?
Oh, yeah, they've put the trees.
Somebody's gone, okay, now we'll slip in the way it should have looked. But they've done it when there's some other horse shit in there. And it could be that whoever this very clever person behind the scenes is trying to cover their own traces, they've just opened themselves up to to the riot act. Because I imagine whatever's happened, they've kind of fucked up and they've done it.
Kevin Feige has already seen these tweets.
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%.
And is doing his best MD impersonation. What the fuck is this, man?
What the fuck? What precisely the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely 100%.
Long-winded way around to
Spaghetti! And we're back.
That's right. We are back. Back in the saddle again. Well, I hope you guys really, really enjoyed that as much as we did making it for you. And if you like what you heard and you want to hear more, you got to go check out spoilerverse.com, because at spoilerverse.com, we have a plethora amazing directors and artists of all walks of life, and editors and writers. And oh my God, are you a lover of comic books like we are? Then there's so many amazing people from the comic book world over at spoilerverse.com, and I highly implore you to go there and check it out.
Yeah, and while you're there, you can check out all the other podcasts on our network, like Originally Geekdoms and Funny Book Forensics and Haphazard Adventures and Nerds from the Crypt and so many more.
Misery
we put out
Point
episodes
Radio.
all the time. Go check all of them out, and check out all of the reviews and previews and articles we have going up every single day for you, every day on spoilerverse.com for you to check out and to read and to love and to like and to comment. We have a store link. You want to help support the site? You can do it two ways. One, go to our Patreon, which is patreon.com/spoilercountry, or go to our store link in the middle of the site there and get a t-shirt, a face mask, a hoodie, something, look fly as hell, and help support the site when you do that, because we get $1 or $2. And, maybe you want to talk to us. If you do, you can do it obviously on all the socials, but if you go to scpod.us/Discord, you can join our public Discord server and come chat with us all day long.
I couldn't say it better myself, dude.
There you go.
You just mouthed out a ton of information at once, and really, I hope you guys enjoy what you're hearing, because we're working our butts off to bring it to you.
We are.
I guess there's only one left thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go with it. There's only one left thing left to do.
What's that?
In an oceans of podcasts,
We are Cthulhu.
as Cthulhu compels you to
Spaghetti. Open the mind.
and read more.
Spaghetti.